Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a match between Larva and Ruin here on Neo Sylphid. Top side, it is an orange Zerg player named Larva. And in the bottom right, we've got Ruin, the peach-colored Protoss player. Larva was in the ASL finals recently, and this is going to be a Patreon cast. So if you're watching this at patreon.com/FalconPaladin, thank you very much for being subscribed to me on that website for at least $1 a month. I really do appreciate it. Enjoy the ad-free viewing. And if you're watching it on YouTube in the month of July, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe. And if you want ad-free viewing, patreon.com/FalconPaladin for as little as $1 a month. Anyway, Larva is an incredibly skilled Zerg player, especially in ZVP. So I think Ruin's going to have his work cut out for him here. Terry the Overlord scouting the wrong way on this 3-player map. Yes, I know that you don't have any agency for your own choices. And I'm not blaming you for scouting the wrong way. That is Larva's business. What the heck? Okay, so checking for an Overlord. Didn't see one, so heading up. Maybe in time to block the hatch? Oh my gosh, run! Ah! Got the block. Oh, that's so frustrating. That sucks. Larva's micro is insane, though. And at some point, the probe's not going to want to stick around because it's taking a ton of pull damage. Oh, then tosses down a pylon. Ruin! Brutal stuff here from Ruin. Oh, gets the probe, though. That's some good revenge. That was a really nice drone micro. Is this going to be canceled? We let it finish. That looks like it's very much finished. Oh, canceled at the last second. Beautiful stuff. So, delays the natural base for Larva by, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds or so. Ka-chunk. I guess he did take another base over here at the same time, so... Quick 3 bases happening blind, by the way. Does not know what is coming from Ruin at all. Doesn't know if this is a 2-gate. Doesn't know if this is like a 1-gate into Cybercore type play, but it is, luckily enough for him, it is a gateway into a Nexus. So, gambling here, maybe just understanding the tendencies of Ruin a little bit, that he's not someone to, to all the time go for a 2-gate play. So just playing the odds at this stage of the game. He's trying to block that off. He's like, no, don't come in. Don't see that my pool is not done yet and I don't have any gas, please. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, you're going to die like your buddy, little probe. On the other side, it is a forge. It is a single cannon. It is a gateway. Now, the question is Larva going to go for a Hydra bus or not? How prepared for that would Ruin be? Or is Larva going to go for more of a macro-style play? Well, that's the question. Again, Protoss is extremely terrified of Hydra busts. Like, that is the one point in time that are super-duper vulnerable against Zerg, and we've seen it time and time again on the channel. Jaedong especially very good at it. We've seen... Oh, if you're watching this in July, you've already seen... Oh, this is kind of fun. You've already... Nice snipe, by the way. Dang, Larva killing it. You've already seen a 4-game series where Light and Flash are playing against each other in a ZVP and they're switching races. So if you missed that one, it's in the Flash playlist. So if you want to check out the Flash playlist, it's the most recent one in there. A lot of great playlists on the channel, by the way. But, bottom line, Light's little Hydra bus play extremely good when he plays a Zerg. So go figure. And if you're watching this on Patreon, hey, watch for that coming on Saturday. You're going to be pretty happy about that, I imagine. Looking forward to it, friendos. Thank you, patrons. You're the greatest. You really are. Very nice. Okay, Hydralisk Den is done. Speed's on the way, which again indicates some kind of an attempt to do some Hydralisk pressure. If you get the range upgrade first, what that means... This is a 3rd probe. Just getting sacrificed to the Zerg gods here. Clicking on this probe is so hard. Got him. Got him. Right? If you get the speed first, you're planning on moving across the map, being aggressive. If you get the range first, you're planning on being defensive. You're getting both upgrades anyway. It's not like you're skipping one depending on your philosophy here, but yeah. So man, 3 Hydras on the way. This really feels like you probably want a couple more cannons, man. I mean, the more cannons you have, the more it slows down your tech, the more it slows down your ability to get a huge macro up. But also, the more ability you have to not die. So there we go. 2nd cannon coming in. Honestly, a third there. Yeah, I mean, 6 Hydras. It is Hydra bust right now. No second gas. No real saturation of the third base. A little bit. Like 3 drones over here is cool, but yeah. So we got the Zealots. Are we getting speed for them? Speed would be so good for the Zealots. He is starting a pylon, and he's doing Corsairs. I'm worried about Ruin here. I'm really worried about Ruin, and there we go. Grooved Spines coming up next, and the Hydra is getting to that front door real fast, slithering their way across. I don't know how. Like, what's the lore answer for where Hydras can move faster with their upgrade? And this, see, the Zealots are here to make sure the cannons don't die. It's easier for them to prevent it if they're fast, but slow Zealots can kind of pull this off. Got a Citadel of Adun on the way, but yeah, 2 more cannons. Smart. I do like at least 4 cannons. 4 cannons seems like it can hold off a large number of Hydralisks, at least more than Larva is willing to go for here. 4th base coming in. So basically, this is just, I mean, 8 more Hydras. I was going to say, it's not really an attempt to kill Ruin fast. It very well could be an attempt to kill Ruin fast, because Ruin is, he's going to face down a lot more Hydralisks. That range upgrade is almost done, which means you can start hitting these Zealots, hitting the Forge, which would totally suck to lose this +1 upgrade. Ruin does not want that to happen to him at all. It's another cannon, so yeah, see, the range... Oh, there we go. Okay, but the Forge is the one you really... Ah, lost a Hydra there. The Forge is the one you want to kill. Is that the one you can't kill? God, that poor Zealot. He moves out. Acid all over his face. Corsairs flying around, trying to find Overlords to kill, but I don't know where the Overlords are. Oh, they're all right here. They're all right here, getting protected by a couple Hydras. So a couple Hydras are on that. He's not actually going to get the Forge, I don't think. I mean, if he jumped on it right now... Oh, this is a lot. 1 cannon down. 2 cannons down. The Zealot's doing some good work here. 3 cannons down. More Hydras coming across here. Trying to... Oh my gosh. The Forge, though. It's almost done upgrading. It is done now. Yes. Okay. +1 finished. For Ruin. That was really importante. So the Forge dies, which sucks. But hey. Upgrade complete. Make another Forge in a safer place, maybe. Like here, perhaps? No Forges, eh? I feel like another Forge would be cool. But he's got the cannons up, but now the Hydras can't really do much. Alright. So, I'd say that was successful for Larva. He's got 4 bases rolling. Got a ton of Hydralisks. The Zealots have speed now and +1. Which makes them real scary. Real scary for these poor Hydralisks, which are very squishy, but they hit hard, and glass cannons. They don't do a lot. They don't do a lot of damage to the Zealots either. It takes a lot of shots from a Hydralisk to take down a Zealot here. But let's see. Let's see what we get. Again, the current meta for ZVP really seems like it's just a lot of Zealots versus a lot of Hydralisks and Lurker Tech sooner rather than later. I would not be surprised if we saw Larva go for a Lurker Tech as soon as that layer is complete, and it is now. And production tab says... No, we're not using this gas for anything. Everything we're producing is minerals only. Getting another extractor, though, for more gas. That's exciting stuff. And this 4th base is under attack. So, no Sunkens make it actually a hard hold. I don't know. That's enough Hydras you need to get out of there, Ruin. I'm not going to lie to you, friend. That seems like you could have probably handled those Hydralisks. There's 4 of them. But okay. You're the boss. See, now there's a Sunken, though. I guess maybe he was like, oh, there's a Sunken on the way. Hot garbage. Faster Overlord movement. Missile attacks coming in. Couple more macro hatches. Zealot Corsair trying to get some stuff done here. And the Storm's on the way. 6 Templar coming in. And yeah, so Ruin's going for that Storm, whereas Larva not really going for the Lurkers, which we've seen be a problem for Zerg players in the past. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. He's getting new Forge. Interested in seeing him. There it is. New Forge. Working on +2 attack. Excellent. Very good out of Ruin here. Good match. This is some good ZVP right now. I'm enjoying it. Hit that like button if you are too. Again, if you subscribe, I'm here 5 times a week, so you don't want to miss out on a ton of Brood War content. The Falcon Paladin channel is a good one to subscribe to. Storm's not done. But the Zealots protecting the High Templar, they're kind of hanging out in the back. They know Storm's almost. There it is. Now it's done. So they don't have to hide too much. They can defend themselves to a certain extent now. And this is when you push, is when Storm is done. So it's going to be, how many Hydralisks can Larva produce? Because Storm's going to kill a lot of them. Ready for Storm to kill a lot of them? Great Storm. Pretty good Storm. Ooh, storming his own Corsairs a little bit there. That's a great Storm right side. Again, Storm placement is one of those things that's a little bit hard to mess up. Ooh, Archon. Okay, so dead Archon then, almost. Yeah, dead Archon. It's fine. Enough Storm, and not enough for a Storm. So, pulling back. It's a lot of Hydralisks, okay? It is 82 to 108 supply at 10 minutes, which is about where we're even at this stage of the game for ZVP. High Templar! Throw down a Storm! Oh, the surround! No! The High Templar, there we go. Gets some, kills one Hydralisk, but again, softening up. There we go. The Storms are good. But it looks like there might just be too much Hydralisks here. The problem is, too, that your High Templar, oh gosh, so many dead High Templar, though. That is so many dead High Templar, though. Yeah, get another, another one. Okay, so got them all but one. Okay, that's brutal. That really shuts down Ruin's attempt to move out for quite some time. He lost every one of his High Templar, but one of them, who has enough energy for a Storm about now, but the production tab says no more High Templar. What? Never mind. We're making two more, but we have to kind of reset, which sucks. Right, let's use the energy here, because the Zealots need your help. That's too many Hydralisks. Pull back! There you go. Get a Storm up just because you might not make it home. High Templar friend. Zealots holding it. Another High Templar comes up, gets a pretty decent Storm on as well. Buying time. No! Not. Oh, the bad pathing screws that High Templar. This might be it. This gosh darn might be it for Ruin. The Hydras are so aggressive right now, confident right now. All of your safety cannons are gone. Dragoons don't trade super well versus Hydralisks. That said, there's not a lot of Hydras here, but guess what? Reinforcements are on their way. Check out that mini-map, dude. Check it out now. Reinforcements coming. And now it gets a lot scarier, all of a sudden, for Ruin. Some Storms are going to have to be amazing. Storm up. A good Storm there as well. Very, very nice. And, okay. Holding. With that +2 attack. +2 is really, really important here. If it was only +1, it'd be a different story. Are we dropping? Or are these just for vision purposes? I don't know that I saw... I saw the drops come through that production tab. Corsair, not a huge number of Corsairs, but enough to be annoying. You can't really send your Overlords wherever you want them at this point. Just because the Corsairs are hunting them. But Zealots being produced all the time. An Archon here in the mix. High Templar count, not great. Two. But we're starting to get into an army where Ruin is going to want... well, he's already got the Storm. I guess Larva is going to want the Plague, based on this composition. Heavy, heavy gateway stuff, right? And by that I mean not a lot of Archons. Chasing out. Not enough Hydras to really engage there. These guys are going to sneak in the back way. Oh my gosh. This is so genius from Larva. He's like, hey. Oh, free High Templar. You're going to chase me across the map because these guys are coming in and taking down your cannons and your probes. And forcing the army back because of this little sneaky sneak play out of Larva. Gosh, I love that. And he's expanding behind it. I mean, it's all of these Hydras are dead, but totally worth it to delay. Larva just continuing 9 Hydras at a time, getting further missile attacks in addition to the +1 that he already has. It's going to be +1 armor coming up next for Ruin, which again, traditional upgrade patterns here for PvZ. I don't know. Storms are going to make a big difference here, but every once in a while, you get somebody whose macro is so good, it doesn't matter how many Storms there are. The Hydras just never stop coming. This is a lot. Like, this is a lot of Hydralisks. And I think that's just, yeah, that's a retreat scenario there. Some Zealots are coming up to reinforce, which is really, really useful. But he's not even focusing these High Templar because he knows they can't run. Once all these Dragoons are dead, the High Templar are dead. Wow, maybe the Zealots are buying a little bit of time here too, but honestly... God, he just takes so many hits from Hydras to die. Alright, so these guys are kind of alone. Escorted by Zealots to a certain extent, though. Of course, they're just flying around doing stuff as per usual. It's just Hydras. Like, Larva just believes in the power of Hydralisks in ZVP. Which, we've seen it. We've seen it win before. We've seen it lose before. I like this from Ruin. He is down to supply at 15 minutes, which isn't great for him. And, with decent micro here, the Hydra should be able to handle that. These guys do come into a base that has a sunken, but that is going to explode there it is, real soon. Before I finish that sentence, storming the ramp is a beautiful play here too. And just trying to take down this hatch. I don't know that he knows about this base though is a problem. As he scouted it, not entirely sure. Oh, we're getting surrounded. That Archon dead. That Archon dead. The Zealots, once again, trading pretty well. It's just you're on 2 bases, and the Larva's on 5 is the larger problem here. 47 to 32 total workers. Not great. Some of the Hydra attacks did kill some of the probes, but this is oversaturated anyway, so I don't think having more probes would make any difference in the state of income for Ruin at this point in the game. Well, this is, gosh darn mega intense here, isn't it? No. Zealots, nicely done. Move commanding into the midst of the Hydras and then attacking them. Because if you attack move them and the Hydras are kiting, they do this like herky-jerky stop-start thing and the Hydras can kite fairly well. But if you move command in the middle of the Hydras and then have them attack, then they don't have that herky-jerky thing going on. It's just, it's too much. It is all of the Hydralisks known to Zergkind here. I mean, the storms, pray to the god of storms. Perhaps for, I don't know. The surround here is just brutal. It's just, you're outnumbered. You're outnumbered immensely, and that's it. Ruin taps out. He knew he was on 2 bases. He knew he couldn't establish a third. There's too much vision going on here. Checking to see any potential locations for expansions here for Ruin. This isn't really a super viable one if you don't have map control. Maybe this one could have been an option, but that's where there's a Hydra and an Overlord here. Maybe expanding over here, but again, Overlord checking that. Overlord everywhere. Just everywhere. No bases died for the Zerg player, which is a massive, massive plus. A good way to win a game against a Protoss is not lose any bases and keep the Protoss on 2. But yeah, this is just viable modern day ZVP here. Mass Hydra can totally work, even if your opponent has storms. If you just have enough Hydras with decent to elite level control. That's a big part of this. If you want to do what Larva did here, is elite level control. You're not gonna, you're not gonna keep all of your Hydralisks alive. The storm's gonna kill many, many, many of them. But the point is, you have another 15 coming at you, another 12, another 5 in production all the time. And Ruin just can't keep up with that production. He doesn't have the income for it. He doesn't have 50 workers. He doesn't have 5 bases. And overall, the war of attrition is going to be won by the Zerg player. So, good hold. I mean, I'm really impressed by the hold there. That was a pretty concerted attempt to kill Ruin by Larva with a Hydra bus. By getting the cannons up, getting Storm out, getting speed for your Zealots. He survived that. But really could never take a third. I mean, I didn't even see him attempt to do so. I might have missed that on the minimap. He might have tried it and gotten shut down pretty instantly. But the fact that Ruin's stuck on 2 bases and Larva's just a beast. He's just a beast. He's expanding everywhere. He's got crazy macro styles. This is kind of how he plays ZVT as well. Not so much spellcasters for the Zerg player Larva. He's just more into massing stuff and sending it. And yeah, you're going to lose some units, but if your macro's elite and your control's pretty good, you can get wins. And that's how Larva made it to the final of ASL 11. I think it was. The numbers escape me sometimes, but I did watch that finals. End of the day, 132,000 points for Ruin, 116,000 points for Larva. Produced 327 units. in about 17 minutes. And most of those are Hydras, too. That's just not Lings, man. That's a big number. So it did about a 2-to-1 on produced. Kill-death ratio about 2-to-1 for the Protoss player, but largely an economic loss more than anything else there. One Zerg unit building died, which is really fantastic. And then this is where things get into trouble. 34,000 minerals spent, resources spent, rather, into 28,000 for Ruin. That's a big discrepancy there. And then minerals mined is a big deal, too. So, good effort by Ruin. Like, Ruin knows what he's doing. He's not, right? He's not failing. He's just being out macroed by Zerg there. So, nice job, Larva. Got a win for Zerg here today. Again, this is a Patreon cast. Thank you for enjoying this, Patreon subscribers without ads. And again, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.